Okay, hopefully this works. I don't know, man. I hope this works. I'll give it a shot. I'll try to not fiddle with it too much more, though. Yeah, I mean, I hope it's okay now. It still feels like it's freezing a bit, but yeah. What about over here? Is it freezing? Yo, hello Vivian, how are you doing? Sorry for all the notifications. I feel like my YouTube must be like going crazy right now. I think, guys, I'm legit just gonna start only streaming to YouTube. I feel like I just can't stand Twitch anymore. I feel like it's just completely like, dude, I don't know. I feel like I spend so much time on Twitch, but it has so much problems as a video player. But like YouTube, everything is so smooth. I don't know, crazy. I just feel like it's like more hassle than it's causing. Hard swapping a MOP. Yeah, duh. What do you think? Look, I got it up right here. Boom. With the WoW game, or with the RuneScape still there. Pretty solid, no? Or we could do this and then turn the WoW on. That way this is the, primary monitor, and this is like the Subway Surfers, at the back of the of your screen. No, I'm kidding. Mainly, actually, I want to figure out if I could actually do more than one thing. I'm still kind of like figuring out if I want to like have it going like this, because I feel like this isn't like bad or anything, but it does kind of feel like at that point I'm just playing WoW, and I don't know, I don't even know if people like will care and stuff. But also, like, this isn't exactly the most engaging stuff either, so I guess it's more of like a hangout time. What realm? I'm playing on Faralina right now on Horde side because I had some friends. What KC are we on? It should be there. Right at the bottom. 754 now. So we're almost at 1.5 times the rate, which is 768. I think probably my next project will be to try to get chat on screen somewhere. I don't even know exactly where I want it. I'm gonna look into it a little bit and see kind of where we can toss it. Overall though, what do you guys think? I think the quality looks pretty good. Hopefully the audio isn't too out of whack right now. I'll probably have to go listen to that a little bit later, test that out. Dude, I don't know. I feel like legit, guys, I feel like I might just need like like a day of rest or something, because I feel like I've been making so many like edits and changes, and I think it just ends up being that all I end up doing is just like I feel like I'm always just concerned about like, okay, what's happening? Is everything right? Is everything normal? And I feel like I need to like chill out and just relax and like have fun a little bit more, because like I feel like I'm overwhelming myself a bit. But also I think it's because there's so much time to like do other things, because I'm not as focused on RuneScape right now, because uh yeah, I've just been here for like 3 days straight now. I think literally the last time we got anything was, this is 2 days ago. I want to say that that was like Saturday or something. It was a while ago. Overall, those stats are looking really good. We hit 83 ranges this morning, which is massive. 83 ranged. I'm very proud about that. Try to make the simple flip strat, making the stream obviously worse in one silly way. Dude, I feel like the problem is that I've been kind of like very low quality for like a long time. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm finally starting to like, I don't want to say like take it seriously, but I'm starting to like really look into like, how can you make your audio better? How can you make your lighting better? I'm doing all of that, and it's like, dude, it's just so much info that I'm like studying right now, and I feel like it just takes up like my whole entire day right now. It's pretty rough. I haven't been even doing anything else. I've just been sitting here because I'm not even like, not really like that tapped in when I'm grinding this off stream either. 'Cause I have been grinding this off stream and still just kind of goes. Audio does sound, that's good. It's good that the audio sounds nice. I feel like the hard part is like you listen to yourself for like an hour, and then at that point everything starts to like, it all starts to sound terrible because you've just been listening to yourself for like an hour straight. So I think sort of the important part though is I just want to make sure that I get all the kinks out now. That way, when like RuneScape 3 leaks comes around, or definitely like old school RuneScape leaks in the future, I want to have like, I want the stream quality to be like perfect by then. Or at the very least, I want it to be all kind of set up and ready to go. So I'm hoping that's going to be the plan, and I can kind of get that done. Tried fight games last night, died because the ranger got a bunch of hits on me while I was praying mage. Dude, that is pretty rough, man. That is pretty rough. I think definitely the rule there is like, you just want to kill the rangers as fast as possible, and ideally safe spotting them. It helps a lot. It's nice when the mages and rangers are on opposite sides of rocks. Yeah, you might want to get the I think it's called FC spawn predictor plugin. That might help you a lot. I think it's really, really good. Does anybody catch one of the, yeah, I saw such a good clip yesterday. I was actually like up after yesterday's stream watching this. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. It was somebody doing their Jad for the first time. I thought it was so freaking funny. Let me see if I can bring this up real quick. Okay, one sec. Let's do, here, let me add this real quick. A little bit of a window capture. Do-do-do. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Give me a second here. Let me cook. Let me cook. Give me a second. I'll get up. Oh, right. The safe spot's here. Hmm. What if I did something like this? Oh my god, wait, would this actually work for the chat? Can we do something like this? I don't know. I feel like this is kind of nice. Oh, I don't know about that. I actually don't know if I want that. Because the thing is, I want it to like disappear over time. I don't think that would work. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'll take that back. I'll get rid of that real quick. Okay, let me see if I can get one more here. Oh, I think I got it. Nice. Okay, here we go. Window capture. Okay, I don't know why my camera gets all tiny when this happens. It's okay though. Okay, that is absolutely massive. Definitely not what I wanted. Wait, let me see if I can get this. Do this. I gotta figure something out. Okay, guys, let's watch this video. Dude, I thought this was so funny. I stayed up yesterday watching it. Okay, ready, guys? Here we go.
What's he gonna open with?
Oh, it's a little quiet.
What's this big boy gonna open with?
Can I turn it up a bit? One sec. Wait, can you guys hear that at all? Or is it way too quiet?
I'm dead already. I'm dead already.
Dude, I honestly, I feel this so much because he was hyping it up so much too. Wait, okay. Did you guys even hear that at all, or is it way too quiet? Let me see if I can get this again. Wait, hold on. You couldn't hear it at all? Dude, I know it's so quiet. I don't understand why it's so quiet. I don't fucking know. Give me 1 sec. Let me try to figure this out. I'll get it back. Dude, why is the volume messed up? Okay, hold on. We'll get it fixed, guys. We'll get it fixed. I just need to get my next guy set up here. All right. Beautiful. Okay, you know what? I can just go straight to his Twitch or something. This is probably easier. Yep. Okay, wait. So what happens if I add a new? Dude, I should just show my freaking monitor. Honestly, I don't know why. It's just so much easier to do it this way. Oh shh! Getting freaking owned. I feel like it's easier to just do it this way. Okay, wait, hold on. we go. Boom. This. This. Okay, you guys can see it now? Okay, wait. Well, let's watch this video. Hopefully this is pretty good.
With
Wait, it's quiet here too.
big boy gonna open with.
Why is it so quiet?
I'm dead already. I'm dead already.
The last minute range prayer, I can respect it though. Okay, they did their best.
There is no way, bro.
Yeah, the volume's pretty bad.
I'm dead
But
already. I'm dead already.
I feel like they instantly do, dude. They instantly do. Like the second they walked out, they were like, and it's funny because I think it spent like 5 minutes like hyping it up, and they walk out, miss the first hit, and once you miss the first hit, it's so over for you because I feel like that's when like you really start to choke. So I feel bad.
Dead already.
But hey, I respect it, man. They spent like 5 hours going for their first jab. They've only been playing like 2 weeks. It's like super respectable. Okay, I don't know why the volume was so quiet. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out one day. Anyways, that's not me testing something else. I think I'm just gonna, guys. I think I'm just gonna end up just streaming my desktop or something. The only problem that I have with streaming my desktop, by the way, is like this is how I play RuneScape. This is how, like, you know what I mean? And now it doesn't. I don't think it looks that good when it's like this. So I've still been kind of figuring it out. I don't know how people play full screen though. Full screen feels like barbaric, you know? Like, do people actually play full screen RuneScape? I'm a filthy full screener. You guys are crazy. I just can't. I like can't do it. The biggest problem that I have with full screen is like, how do you play full screen and then you have the tab available? That's what I don't understand. How are you guys doing that? Full screen it right now? No, I think it's gonna mess everything up. You know, hey, whatever, dude. Insert. I don't want it to insert. I want it to go away. Full screen. Okay, no, that didn't work. What do we go? Is it 1900 by 1080? Okay, come back here. What the heck is this? You know what I did think about doing though? Okay, hold on. You guys really playing like this? Isn't this like wrong? I was thinking about doing something like this though. Okay, what if we did this like 200, right? Okay, and I could do this, and I could have like a tower, like a stacking tower of more stuff going on. You know, this could be the first one, and then on the bottom I could have like a whole nother account playing. Honestly, I thought this looks kind of good. Drag it to the top and it fits it to the window. With the Subway Surfers bottom right. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's do what are we doing? Usually this is my settings. 1280. 120. Dude, this looks so beautiful. I don't know how people play with anything else but this. This looks so good. Okay, wait, you're telling me I can go to RuneLite, I can go to this settings. Switch it to full screen? What the? Display. What happened? You guys really play like this? You just do this? Really? Oh, I just completely leaked my Discord messages. Whoops. That's embarrassing. I all right, hold on. Let's see what I just leaked. Oh, it's all good. I'm just talking to my friend. That's fine. We're talking about some leak stuff. It's nothing crazy. Okay, wait. Let me check one more time. I feel like there's a setting to make so that doesn't happen. You guys really play like this? This is whack. Like, all my stuff is so far away. Kind of looks good, though. I will admit, it looks kind of good. You guys just keep the right bar open at all times? But then doesn't that mean that this isn't actually, like, 1080 or whatever? Does that mean I just have to go into stretch mode and just do this? Oh my god, wait a minute. And UI scaling? What do we do, like 15? I mean, it looks pretty good. I still have to move my mouse quite a bit. But you know what? We could start doing like the cool UI. And then with this, it's actually kind of fine. It just looks... I feel like it does not look very good. You can mess with it to get it how you want. I think what I need to do is eventually I will switch... I feel like eventually maybe I do need to switch to just the full screen one. I don't know. I don't know, though. Because right now, this looks terrible. I'm not going to lie. This looks absolutely awful. Wait, this looks pretty good. This actually looks kind of good, no? Oh, right, but it's on my screen, so I can't actually change that. Baguette? We got a kebab. Okay, never mind. You guys actually, there's no way people play like this. This is crazy. Nobody does this. There's no way people actually do this, right? I don't even believe. No, I don't believe it. There's nobody who plays like this. This is crazy. Hold on, give me 1 sec. Let me make sure I get this up real fast. You are the crazy one? Dude, no, there's no way you guys are actually doing this. This is, I can't see a single thing on my screen. Because how do you play other games at the same time? You just like alt tab? I guess we could do that. It's not really the worst thing ever. I would never full screen RuneScape. Yeah, I don't think I would either. I'm not gonna lie though, it actually looks like pretty decent. I just don't know why are there like bars on the left and right? That's what I don't understand. I'm trying to figure that out. Oh, if we do this. Oh. there we go. I messed around with it a little too much. Okay, I think I get it now. I think I need to stop. I need to lock all my settings so I don't accidentally click them all, because I feel like I'm very bad about that. Okay, now everything's good. Okay, am I leaking any information right now? Kind of looks good. It's just crazy to play like this. If I don't do stretch mode, what happens? Isn't this just straight up better? This looks so much better. Oh, it does look better, but my inventory is like the size of a peanut. I see. I see. That's not good. But it does look really nice. Do like this, 10%. Stretch mode is for scaling the inventory. I think that's kind of what I want. So right now, the biggest problem is it just feels really, really far away to click stuff, and my inventory feels super, super tiny. Hook it up to a 60-inch TV, sit 3 inches away. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. Okay, I'm killing one more, and then I don't know. I need to like stick my head in the Ferox Enclave. I just need to completely reset everything. There's no way, though. There's just no way. I'm gonna die at every raid. Dude, but it looks so clean, though. Holy moly. Why do you think everyone is so bad at this? Hey, you might be right. You might be right. Yeah, that's what I do. I just keep it right here. Looks pretty good. Backseers and WoW made me understand how shit the player base is at the game. It made me realize that none of them have played the game for like 10 years, so they don't know what they're talking about. That's the problem. It's not that they're bad at the game. It's that I saw that all the people who will backseat game, they will give advice that's like 5 years outdated. That's actually the issue. This looks good. I think this looks fine, though. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this. I kind of like this. I think it looks nice. IMO WoW players are on average really, really bad. I think that's true about like most people who play games, period. Like, I think if you're somebody who engages with the game, like you like watch streams of it and stuff, and like, well, not everybody, like some people will just watch streams for like a game they like, but like, I think in general, like the average gamer is very, very casual, and it's kind of easy to like get lost in that sometimes if you're somebody who like frequents like this like subreddits and things like that. Like the average player does not care about that at all, you know what I mean? Which is why it's always funny to me when people will say things like, oh, Barbarian Assault is actually really, really easy people just can't be bothered to go watch a 15-minute video on how to do it. And I'm like, I mean, you're 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 right, but also like, are most people like watching 15-minute guides on how to do like one mini game? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think the biggest thing about RuneScape though is that RuneScape gets a lot of changes. So people will say things like, that might be true, but they're either outdated or there's been like some changes that have kind of like altered it, you know? It's like the biggest thing. So I don't think it's like I don't want, like, it's not really their fault that they're wrong, if that makes sense. They're just like, they just haven't seen the new updates and stuff, you know? So for example, like people, like I remember like, I saw a lot of streamers doing Winter Todd this week, right? And yeah, you have everybody coming in and saying things like, oh, you need to bring food, you need to bring food, you need to bring food. And it's like, no, you don't. What? You know what I mean? Like, but I get it. It's because they just don't, like, they haven't played the game since the updates, and they probably just, they might not even realize that like the game will have updates to 10-year-old content to keep it like kind of relevant, you know? Okay, I need to go bank, dude. This is a mess. Kind of triggering, but I have to just not read chat like ever. Well, also, okay, you have to, there's also the other thing, which is the fact that there are some people who will come in and intentionally give wrong advice because they want to like, they want to troll, you know what I mean? So there's the flip side of the equation too. You have to like kind of ignore those people. But I think in general, it's just that like a lot of people don't understand the depth of RuneScape, you know? So a lot of people will come in, play RuneScape, think that they know kind of what's happening. Guys, I think real quick, I kind of want to do a farming run. I haven't done one in a while. And I just want to go literally do anything else that's not freaking skeletal wyverns for like a little bit, because I just want to go see the daylight for a little bit, you know? People said that mythic rating and pushing mythic plus was hard. Well, it's weird because I think that like it is hard, but the hard part is more that you need like a dedicated schedule and you need an organized group of people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that, like, obviously you need to have like some hands, right? I'm not trying to like dismiss mythic rating or anything like that in World of Warcraft as being like super easy. I did it too, and I think it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I'm not trying to, you know, pretend. My tree isn't even ready yet. It's ready in what? It's ready in 3 minutes. How did I perfectly time that? What the heck? How did I perfectly time it within 3 minutes? What in the world? Okay, let's go Zombie Axe, the Defender. I think I'm gonna go with like a full set here, basically. Fire Cape. We can bring the Fighter Torso. I already brought the Strength Amulet. Climbing Boots. Dragon Dagger. Bone Dagger as well. I'm going everything. Anti-poison. This. 1, 2, 3. Food. Swordfish. Still one more thing I'm missing. I want to go get knives real fast as well. Where's my damage? I'm hitting 2s. Do I even have a weapon equipped or? Nice. Another kill down. Wait, I don't understand. What happened to my magic tree? Why is it not ready yet? I thought it was supposed to be done by now. What? Done at 10:17. All right, well, that sucks. I got so excited. I'm not even doing my art run. I'll come back here later. Whatever, dude. What a bummer. All right, I'm gonna start getting set up for the next kind of set here. This way, put this away, put this away, empty the sack. This is good. Don't need the bone dagger. Maybe I go send like 1,000 more blood runes. I'm kind of down. Train some magic. I think we're good to go. I think that's pretty much everything I need. Oh, right. I need to get gear. Yeah, my bad. I almost forgot about that. Ranger boots, Ava's, amulet of power. All right, get going. I think we're good. Yep, I think we're good. That's everything we need. Okay. I'm gonna hop to 421 real quick. Okay. Should be good now. Okay. We need to wait out the aggression for a little bit anyways, just to be safe. So I think I'm probably gonna quickly go grab some more water, just get up, breathe some fresh air, and then we'll kind of lock in again. Maybe we'll do a little bit of WoW dungeons. Maybe I'll send some of those depending on how I'm feeling. Otherwise we'll just keep grinding out. Wait, I didn't get the world hop. Weird. Okay, now we should be good. Should be good now. Yeah, should be good now. Darth Zaris, my man. All right, I'm back in just a bit, guys. Let me quickly go run and take a small little break here, and I'll be back in just a sec. Yeah, be right back. All right. I think we're ready. We'll start getting some kills, yeah? Why do I still have aggro? Oh, I guess that hasn't been 10 minutes yet. That kind of makes sense. Huh. Huh. Okay. Couple things to do. Make sure all our settings are back. I'm going to turn this guy on right here. Oop, not that one. This one. Well, it says it's spory right now. I'll switch to the skeletal wyverns in a second. I'm not gonna lie, every one of these kills just feels like it takes a hot minute. I think the kill time is like 90 seconds, something like that. It's pretty rough. Really hoping we can I don't know. I just want to see some good drop, some unique, sometime soon. Rod bolts are rough. I just don't know. I don't know what other choices I have really. I thought about using I tried using other stuff and it just feels like it chews through so much resources because I miss so much too. I feel like that's the worst problem is I miss over and over. So I'm not sure. Maybe what I need to do is just bring a ton of prayer potions and try to camp Eagle Eye or something. But I checked that too. It didn't really feel that much better. I don't know. It is pretty bad though. It's like 100 seconds per kill. Dude, the sunlight crossbow would go so hard. That thing is way better. Wait, actually, praying Eagle Eye helps a lot. What the heck? Maybe I should just camp Eagle Eye the whole time. It's like a pretty noticeable jump. Pretty good. I'd probably bring some prayer gear, maybe. Makes you feel any better? I got an Obby sword in 1 KC. Dude, congrats. That's sick. Are you actually planning on using it, or is it just for it's just kind of for the memes? Trying to get the obby shield. Gotcha. Unfortunately, you don't have the Deadeye prayer. Yeah, it kind of sucks. What I might do is I might just try to use Eagle Eye though, because I feel like also the problem is if my ranged boost falls, I get like slower and slower kills. So that's kind of rough too. But I have a pretty good amount of prayer potions. I'm thinking about maybe doing that. Maybe I'll switch to the magic setup after this inventory though. Eagle Eye does feel pretty good, so I think I want to go ahead and use it. There's one thing I wanted to do here real quick was how this in annoyance mute. No, it's in this one. Oh, I think it's good. Wait. I just don't hear it. Okay, never mind. Bran farming aura, dude. He's always like just chilling up there, hanging out. It's kind of cool. I like it. Watches over me. Good prayer experience. It is pretty nice. Yeah. I do wish I could like bank them all, but I don't think it's worth banking it. I feel like it would just be so many trips and you constantly are getting hit. I have to like wash my food. I don't know. I feel like banking them is not that bad, but at a certain point, I think it's a grind that I kind of prefer to just sort of be able to like take it a little bit like chiller, you know, kind of hands off the keyboard, not really doing anything. I kind of prefer it that way. Makes it way less stressful for me. So I'll probably, yeah, basically pretty sure I just hit the mute button, so like you didn't hear anything I said. But I basically said I'm probably gonna keep it this way because yeah, still chilling. Yep, we are still here. Probably gonna be here for, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. It's crazy to think about, but it's like it's such a low chance that. Well, I don't even think it's the problem is that it's a low chance. I think the problem is just our kills per hour are so bad that it's like, yeah, my rates are just terrible. I need to see if maybe I can try to like cook up some way of just like using every resource I have, I guess, and seeing if maybe there's a faster way to start getting faster kills. Like I probably should have done that from the start, but I think with these longer grinds, it's always good to have sort of like a turbo safe, like very low resource option before you start spending all of your materials, because then you can get in trouble, you know? Yeah, I'm so. You could fire strike them or firebolt them. I could, but I think the damage. Actually, that might not be the worst. That actually might not be the worst. How many gems are you sitting on? I tried doing enchanted crossbow bolts, and honestly, it was rough. Like, it was way less than I expected. Or sorry, I think I just ended up using more. Like, the damage is good, but I just ended up using more than I wanted to. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of addy bolts from the grind. I can actually show you guys, like, here's the loot. I wanted to show this off real quick. You guys can see, like, the loot's pretty crazy. I have like almost 2,000 and I made like 700 or something. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. I might run some calculations with like bolts or something just to see how that goes. Good thing about this though is it's really, really low econ. Like, I don't have to use very much. But if I'm going to be using prayer anyways, I feel like maybe I should just go use, like, I should just go send it with magic. So if I'm burning through my prayer, I might as well burn through my runes. I kind of just wanted to get my range up a little bit, but it's at a pretty good spot, right? Like, do I need to go any higher for my range? I don't really think so. I think it's all good. I'd rather just train magic, honestly. So maybe that's the play. Okay, fire strike is really bad. Holy shit. Fire strike is so bad. Oh my god. It's with fire strike we're looking at 4-minute kills. I don't think I could do that. Yeah, that might be a little too much for me. Then we're just gonna send blood runes, guys. I think I'll go send like 2,000 blood runes or something. Maybe after this inventory we can try that out. What's the drop rate on the legs? 1 in 512. It's also the same drop rate as actually, I don't really like this position. Let me move this real quick. Put it like here instead. Yeah. It's the same drop rate as both the dragon plate legs and the dragon plate skirt. So you've hit the like legs. There's like a legs drop table that's like 1 in like 160 or something like that. And we've hit it twice, but we got the wrong one. It's not as bad as a zombie axe. Yeah, it's not as rare as a zombie axe, and we're not as dry as a zombie axe either. But kills are a lot slower, so that's kind of like the trade-off. do like this. This might be fine right here. Yeah, I think I might be a little bit nicer. I'm talking like a little bit more into the mic now. About pretty good. Should be fine. I almost wonder if like these tasks are gonna make bossing feel a little bit weird because we're gonna be bossing with like such high like gear and levels. I don't know. It's just, it's weird, man. It's weird. Give me 1 sec. Let me fix something.
It was more than just not being able to hear anything or make contact with anyone. It was as though for a time I didn't exist.
Okay, just one time it would be nice. Get lucky in a day. Well, I feel like, yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't even think about it. I shouldn't even think about the drop rate. I shouldn't think about anything. Send kill, get the drop, keep going.
No part of the life around me. Yes. As a matter of fact, I had the strangest feeling last night. The world is so different in the daylight. In the dark, your fantasies get so out of line.
Dude, that was kill 777. Lucky number. All right, let's do 1,000. What's approximate KC now? 778. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. We're almost at, I think we'll probably hit 800 today. Maybe even 900 if I send a whole bunch in the afternoon. I mean, it's not that, I feel like I could definitely hit 900, maybe even 1,000. I don't know, we'll see. Never done these off task? Yeah, me neither, man. I was not, like, I thought that they would be a little bit faster, but yeah, with no Slayer mask or anything, without like any kind of good gear, they're very, very tanky. Crazy. I miss a lot too. I think that's the one thing I kind of hate is like, because I miss, I feel like I don't even get experience most of the time, you know? Guys, I'm thinking maybe we send a dungeon or two, get level 38 real quick on the priest. Kind of down. What do you guys think? Put the grind on the side for a little bit and just game. See if this actually works. Hold on, give me one moment. Go here. Switch to this gun. Switch to yeah, here we go. Wait, did it work? Oh yeah, there we go. So we can still have the grind on the side, but I don't know. I might do a dungeon or two. Because I'm getting a little cooked. I'm starting to absolutely feel. Oh wait, there's one more thing I need to do. Yeah. Yo, another runite crossbow. Maybe we'll do another bank trip pretty soon here when I need to go grab my my magic. The magic should actually be quite strong. We'll do some pretty good damage, pretty like reasonably quick kills. Kind of want to queue up for a dungeon real quick. Maybe we'll do this until the until our dungeon queue pops. Oh, what the heck? Just got a buff in a while. Nice. Played WoW for the first time ever a few months back on the anniversary servers. Yeah, those are pretty fun. I didn't really get a chance to play too much on them at the time because of because I think that's when like leagues was kind of going in like full swing. Wyverns, dude, I've done it's it's getting to me, man. There's so many wyverns. I feel like the tough part is like there's just no end in sight, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's where it really starts to kind of dawn on me. But also like it's also me. I just feel like I haven't been sleeping very much either, so I feel like I'm just a little drowsy too. I think maybe if I go get myself something to drink. I was thinking about maybe even taking a nap or something. Just I think I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to take like a day off or something. The problem is that like tomorrow is like a big day, so probably just gonna sleep a whole bunch tonight so I can wake up early tomorrow. We can start hitting the new content tomorrow because I feel like I've been freaking exhausting myself lately. All right, I'll be back in just a second. We probably are gonna keep this up, and I might go get my magic set up because I actually have quite a bit of runes now that I can probably go send, so it might be fun. All right, I'll be right back. One sec. This was the GOAT back in the day. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at how good they honestly kind of like still feel. Obviously, it's not like insane money or anything like that, and the kills are pretty slow too. But if I had like, I feel like if I had like 90s in my stats or something, I think this would definitely feel a lot better. I think the biggest thing right now is that, yeah, I think the biggest thing right now is kills just feel slow. But it's impressive to me that like the resources I get are still relatively strong for, you know, for content that was released 20 years ago. So spiritual task at my 99 range and Dragon Hunter crossbow. Yeah, with Dragon Hunter crossbow or anything like that, it's really good. I think it's even with like the Hunter Sunlight crossbow, it gets better. Like it's just, I think it's just a very like stat check boss, sadly, and my stats just aren't quite there yet. But there's not really a good way around it, I think, at this point. I think personally it's just something that is like one of the tougher ones in this tier that I just didn't really ever think about. I didn't think it would be this hard. For some reason I thought these guys would die like twice as fast. It's all good though. Kind of getting all of our experience done this way, so less training down the line, right? Probably go for 800. Yeah, probably 800 kills pretty soon here. I hope in this inventory, and then maybe we'll switch to magic for another 100, 200 kills or so. I don't know how long the blood runes will last us, but I don't think I want to use anything except blood runes, because at that point I might as well just send it with ranged. All right, guys, we are good. My dungeon's ready. All right, let's go. Do a run. Dude, I'm almost level 38. I get atonement. Reese gets so much more fun then. Why is this guy just dying? What the heck? Dude, this is sick. I kind of like this. I'm telling you. I think we did this last night and I had a lot of fun. I felt like it was a lot more chill. So I feel like just doing the wyverns does yeah, it's a little bit rough. But it's good though. You know, I kind of wanted to play around, you know, possibly doing other stuff while we do like Big Shark or something like that, you know. Rune Kite Shield. We're not doing an uninterrupted 100-hour Big Shark grind. Yeah, I don't know about that one, dude. I mean, listen, I'm down to do it. I'm probably gonna do other things in the meantime, you know? Like, I feel like that's the thing, right? Like, that's why I feel like doing like a second, like having something else up is also kind of cool, because then I feel like I can just stream longer and just stream my progress anyways. Because like, again, a lot of these grinds are just something that I would be doing off stream, but if I can just like, if I can like, you know, play WoW or like League or something at the same time while I do something like this, then it's like, I feel like I'm kind of able to like stream a bit more without just doing like react content where you're just like watching a video. Because I think that's what a lot of people do. I feel like me, I'm just not really good at that. So it's fine. So I gotta get all the way to level 85 just to start doing Panda Land. It's crazy, dude. I'm so far behind. It's gonna take me forever to get there. Oh, we got like 10 levels yesterday. Whatever, I just need to sit down this weekend and just, I don't know, keep doing this. This is classic. Yeah, this is Miss Pandaria classic. They just released like yesterday. They released MOP classic. They've been just progressing through all the expansions again. So yeah. A joke I heard yesterday was that like Miss Pandaria is like the vanilla of retail WoW, because there's retail WoW and classic WoW. Retail's like, you know, the current updated version. For a lot of people, I think Miss Pandaria is kind of like where it started really becoming retail WoW. Although I think Kata is really the start of it. Cataclysm. Okay, at least we got some loot inside of the game. That's pretty good. Okay. The nice thing is now I have a very important spell, Atonement, which where is it? Ah, yeah, Atonement. Whenever you deal damage, you instantly heal for 70% of the damage dealt. Beautiful. That is going to be literally why I play this healer, because you can just heal by doing damage. And now I just literally could play a DPS. All right, I'll chill while we wait for the queue here. Let me put this in place. There we go. Just while we're in queue. That way I can do a little bit of both. Let's set up the next safe spot here. Nice. I didn't take like, I feel like I could take like a mini nap between every one of these wyverns. I swear I could just like lie back, chill for 2 minutes, kill the next one. It's kind of funny though, because in game it almost feels like it's like a 2-minute cooldown into my rotation. Every 2 minutes I just have to go and check my wyvern real quick. Nice. Some wyvern bones. 72 experience. Good. All right, my dungeon's ready. Let's go. Next one. Oh, you know what I could have done? I think I could have pulled an herb from my sack there. It actually would have been like really, really smart if I had grabbed that. Maybe grabbed like a stamina potion. Oh, this has been happening lately. My camera will just sometimes start dying. This is a new problem. I'm not sure what is called. Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue there is, but like my camera lately has just been dying. So if I miss it, I apologize. Guys, do you ever think we're gonna get 2007 Scape back again? Maybe with like dungeoneering? After sailing, we get dungeoneering again? What do you guys think that would be good? I would play it, dude. Hell yeah. Are you kidding me? I'll go dungeoning. I'm excited. I think the new skill coming out is going to be a lot of fun to see. I'm curious what the player count's like. The player counts have been absolutely massive lately. Rune arrows. What's everybody else up to today? What are you guys all grinding? Maybe some Slayer. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I kind of wish I was doing Slayer, honestly. I feel like this grind really made me start to think that like I kind of do want to go and do a bunch of Slayer, because I still have a lot of like Slayer mob grinds to go through. And if I'm gonna train my Slayer, like if I'm gonna kill Slayer mobs, I'd rather go train my Slayer first to try to catch it on task, you know?
Try your luck. Feeling a bit dizzy?
Guys, let's keep counting up to 800 soon. Another bit of chaos runes. We're already good on chaos runes, but I'm kind of down. Yeah, I don't think my team knows what we're supposed to be doing here. I'm getting absolutely worked. Dude, I don't have any mana. What am I supposed to do, guys? I don't have any mana. That's not my fault, all right? I tried my best. Yes, I was all tab playing RuneScape, but I mean, they don't need to know that. Yeah, no mana gem or anything. I have my mana potion bound right here. Don't have one. Already used it, of course.
What's the matter, boss? Getting tired?
Rip WoW hardcore, dude. That was I thought hardcore WoW was fun. I don't know. I had such a good time playing that. Not as good as hardcore old school RuneScape though, guys. This is peak hardcore training right now. Getting my stats up to 99 before we take on any boss to minimize my risk.
My dear, you should embrace this.
Plus the granite legs, that's like a tank legs right there, you know?
I will not let you curse another soul with this nightmare.
It's just my no XP waste grind.
Run, necromancer. Your life ends once I catch my breath.
Come, boss. Your fate awaits you.
Oh, by the way, guys, I know some people might think I'm like trying out WoW to see how it goes. Do not worry. As soon as we get this drop, I am literally going back to RuneScape doing whatever task we get next. Okay, this is just gonna be side content. I am like planning on raiding it in WoW, but I don't plan on like transitioning. You know what I mean? To making this like my main game right now. I'm really liking RuneScape. I really enjoy it and stuff. I honestly don't even mind this grind too much. I think I've been kind of just screwing myself over because the grind itself is pretty chill, so I've been filling in that time with like shifting things around on the stream, you know? And I think that's just been kind of like wearing me out, just like the constant changes, like constantly like, oh, is this like yeah, it's like at a certain point I'm like, you know what, dude, like can we just, sometimes it's nice to just kind of chill, play games, have fun, hang out, you know? Because I feel like I start to get a little stressed about things. So better just have fun. The new PC though, it feels so great, guys. Like I'm actually so stoked for what I can get done in like the next year. Like while using this instead, it feels so good. It feels like I'm actually like playing the game, or like actually playing games now. It feels like my computer's actually functioning. Because before the weekend, I honestly felt like I was just hoping that my computer stays alive long enough to like get through until like the next leaks, basically, you know? Got the same slide puzzle back to back while doing hard clues. Wondering if I should just start dropping them. Dude, I remember in leagues, people would drop all of their hard puzzle boxes, and I thought that they were insane. I was like, that is crazy. But that's how busted I think the clue relic was, that people had so many that they were just straight up dropping every single clue that had any amount of friction.
Now turn your lovely moon blade on our guests and fetch me their bone.
I can't fight him.
Feel her will break. Ah, the soul burns so brightly. Now, Lillian, it is time for your transformation. What?
Oh, also, if anybody played WoW when they had the MOP remix, I think also part of doing these dungeons that I started to feel last night was that I did so many of these dungeons during the MOP remix thing that in a lot of ways I started to like, I almost feel like I don't want to say it was like PTSD, but I started zoning back out because I was like, damn, probably ran this thing like 300 times. And WoW, there's like a very weird thing where, because there's like sometimes, like especially in like the more recent ones, there's level scaling. You get into this really weird issue sometimes where you're stronger at early levels than you are at later levels, because relative to the monster power, you're actually getting like weaker over time. So like the most busted thing in the entire game is like a level 20 healer, because for some reason they just they assume healers can't do damage, and so they just give healers like just absurd damage ratios at low levels. Like the scaling's just completely out of whack. And yeah, it was that's kind of like what people would do. They would basically make like a level 20 healer character, lock the level, or I think you would do it on like a free-to-play account that can only get to level 20 basically. So you make like a free-to-play character that got to level 20, and it was basically one-shotting everything in the entire dungeon. And yeah, it was pretty busted. Like, it was very, very stupid. I had a lot of fun doing it though. Happens in TPC, you get weaker every level. Yeah, I think that's one thing I really, really hate, and I think that's like, to me, that's something that I think is like, it's like a criminal flaw of level scaling, is this feeling of getting weaker as you get as you level up. I think it's like, it feels terrible, and I think it like actually cuts my enjoyment out of a lot of games where that happens. It's also why I didn't like Wintertod, right? That was like my big criticism of Wintertod in OSRS, was because I didn't like the fact that the higher health you had, the worse Wintertod felt. And they changed that, and now it feels fucking great. Like, it's crazy how that works, huh? You just fix the bad stuff, make it better, and then it's good again. It's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna queue up for a dungeon. I'm gonna run to the bathroom, and then we'll keep going, guys. Unless we get a drop right now, which might happen. Let's see it. You know what? Actually, maybe we go get. I think maybe we'll go get our magic stuff. That's what I might do. I'll go get all my magic gear, and we'll just go train magic for like an hour. I have a bunch of blood runes, so why not? Do you need more stat rating per stat? Yeah. The worst example of that was BFA. If you guys played Battle for Azeroth, basically in Legion you had access to like legendaries, right? And so when you were leveling from level 100 to level 110, which was the new level cap, I think at level 106 your legendary stopped working, and it literally felt like you leveled up, and it's like you got like 35% weaker. So it was like a crazy amount. You just felt so useless. And the worst part is it wasn't just that your stats and like your gear felt worse, but you also were like missing like key like rotational abilities. It's not like, so it's not just like you were losing stats. It's like you were like, man, I don't even know how I could listen to like old school RuneScape terms, but like imagine you hit like level 90 attack or something like that, and like your BGS gets like deleted. I don't even know what to, yeah, like that's like the closest thing I can even think of. Just something like crazy like that. It sounds really dumb when I say it, but that's actually kind of how it was. Okay. I want to get my magic gear, and we'll use the Twin Flame Staff for a bit. Okay, we don't need ranging potions. I don't need this. Maybe grab a blessing as well. Empty this. Okay. Maybe bring like 3 of these just in case. I think I only need 2 really. Yep. And then we'll bring a bunch of food. And what I'll do is I'll go set up the AFK real fast, and then I'm gonna quickly go grab some water and stuff. I'm trying to drink more water because I honestly am worried that I've been like severely dehydrated lately. just from like looking at some of the, not like the symptoms I'm having, but just, yeah, I've been a little bit worried lately that I might be dehydrated. So again, with the skeletal wyverns here, guys, you can actually like, there's a 10-minute aggression timer, but if we go like right here, you can actually just wait it out. So I can just chill here for 10 minutes. I like to hop worlds real quick just so that I can reset the aggro, but we can do that when I get back. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Yeah, I'll be back in just a little bit, and then we'll just wait wait out the aggro. I'll queue up another dungeon. We'll get going in just a bit. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's get into it, guys. Are we looking on the aggro? Still got some time left. Okay, so we got Fire Wave, guys. Check out the gear. Infinity Hat, Enchanted Top, Mystic Robe Bottom, Dark, Elemental Shield, which we can switch to equip the Mage's Book, Ancient Cloak, Ancient Blessing, Infinity Boots, Infinity Gloves. I don't know why I have a Ring of Wealth. That's okay. We'll just use it anyways. It's fine. Go Tracker. 797. Oh my god, we're going for 800 soon, guys. 800. Dude, look at those numbers. They're hitting hard. This thing is really, really strong. I think this is pretty much my best way of doing it. It's just going to chew through my blood runes like crazy. It is what it is, though. Our damage is nuts. Feels good. Oh, that's the wrong thing. My bad. All right, guys, kill 800 here with the skeletal wyverns. Again, we're still chasing the granite legs. 1 in 512 is the drop rate. And I average, I don't know. I don't even know what my rate is. Like maybe 40. I think I average like 45 kills an hour right now. It's crazy, man. .9% chance of being this try. Is it really that much? I feel like the chance. I thought it would be a lot higher than that, to be honest. Because I'm like barely over 1.5 times the rate. I'm not even twice the rate yet. It's always like kind of weird with these like very rare, very slow items, because like it feels like it's going like twice the rate is so many more like extra hours essentially added to the grind. Like I think in this case, rate probably is about like 11 hours, I would say, for rate. So if I go 2 times the rate, that's like another 11 hours on top of that. But that's like that's assuming I'm literally killing these guys as efficiently as possible. You know what I mean? Which is most of the time, guys, I am pretty checked out. So if I say checked out, I mean, I'm always like focusing and stuff. It's just not like I'll be doing this while like, you know, eating food or something, or making food, or, you know, things like that. The nice thing is that now that I have this set up, the less I click, the better, basically. I actually like can't die if I don't click anything. So another rune crossbow. So the cool part is now that I'm also unaggressive, and I will out the rune crossbow, I can actually start using Mage's Book for more damage, which is kind of nice. More accuracy, more damage. Good time. Sick rune crossbow, you can do TOB. Dude, it's actually pretty good. I'm really happy I got the rune crossbow. What would I need to actually get a if I could get a dragon fruit pie, I can get my fletching. Well, if I would need 70 fletching on dragon fruit pie, and I can make the sunlight crossbow, which would be really good. I don't think I can do that though. Wait, 81 farming? I think I could actually do that if I wanted to. Yo, maybe I should go set that up. That would be huge. Get the rune crossbow, and then a couple days later, we go straight into getting a hunter sunlight crossbow. Swamp blood. Yeah, I know you're referencing swamp bloodings. Don't worry, don't worry. I got it. I'm just saying in general, I think rune crossbow is like a pretty damn good. Like, it's a pretty huge upgrade. I'm gonna be using this for a very long time, right? This hunter sunlight crossbow can't use like enchanted bolts. Guys, the magic feels pretty damn good. It is shredding through my blood runes, though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to do about that, but yeah, it'll be okay. I don't even have a good place to buy blood runes. I was looking into like where can you buy blood runes, and the only place is like the wilderness, like Abyss Mage, which I don't really want to go buy from. And then I think in Al Kharid I can buy them, but they're like 500 a piece. So, you know, plus they go up in price. So it's probably gonna be like, it's gonna cost me like probably like 600K per thousand, which is ridiculous. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a lot. Guys, where's my dungeon queue? Is WoW just dead? One day and already it's just dead. Everybody's back to RuneScape? I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but I would like to find a dungeon group. It could also be everybody's actually playing the endgame content and not doing leveling dungeons. Except for me, because I, forgot. Guys, at this point, I don't even know if I want to get the Visi or not. Because I feel like if I get the collection log and it tells me that I got the Visage and I have to go and do even more for the Granite legs, I don't know, man. I think I might lose it. I might actually lose it. If you get Visage, does it mark off the task for the future? Yes, it marks it off for the future, but it would not complete this task because this task is specifically getting the Granite legs. I don't know when the Draconic Visage task even is. So I think it's probably like way in the future. But it's a huge item. Like it is a really good item to get. I looked at the stats of it. It's like, it's stupid. It's so strong. It's very, very high defense. And it has, I think, the same melee strength as a Dragon Defender. So that's pretty good. Or I think it's actually more. So that's pretty cool. Every time I splash, I feel a little bit dead inside. But I'm also happy that I'm getting some magic experience even from splashing. At least I get something for hitting a 0. Go to the backup spot on the wall, and we're good. Holy moly, my dungeon's finally ready. How long was that? Like, felt like 17 minutes or something. Jesus. Ooh, okay. New dungeon.
The dark times will pass. Glory is in your eyes.
What business have you?
Hey man, been a fan of the vids since leaks. Are you planning on making a YouTube series for your Taskman? I am. I just kind of been super far behind. I've been trying to kind of catch up on everything. So that's kind of on me. I've just been like, oh shoot, where the heck is my team? I've been like just behind on everything. I'm probably gonna be working on an update video, hopefully pretty soon. I keep saying that I'm gonna make it, and then there's just been a lot kind of happening and stuff, but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to like I think basically my current plan is I need to make an update video covering everything that's kind of happened in the last, I don't even know how long, like 4 months. I just need a big update video, and then from there I should hopefully have like regular releases. But like the problem is I was thinking like, okay, could I sit down and could I like actually start catching up on like 4 months of progress? And I don't know how. I just don't know how. And I don't think it's possible. By the way, yo, Fable Dark, thanks so much for the Prime sub, man. I'm sorry I missed that earlier. I think my notification, I'm still trying to kind of get them all figured out, so I apologize for that. But thanks so much, man. Welcome to FD. I think a lot of people have been asking about the videos, though, and I think that's going to be a good change. It's more so I just need to, like, I need to get into, like, the routine for that. Jeffrey filmed and progresses Northern Ultimate Iron Man. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe I could do that. The problem is that, like, dude, I don't know. It's just, I feel like it'd be better just pick up from where I am right now. You know what I mean? So I think the biggest thing is that I feel like that would make sense if I was filming stuff, but the problem for me is the fact that I'm like streaming everything, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's what makes it hard. I would like a montage of everything people miss. Yeah, I can try. So the thing is, I still have all the videos, so I kind of want to do my best to like showcase enough of the important stuff. It's just, the thing is, I feel like I just don't want to make it like, problem is, like, if I start thinking too much about it, and like in my head I'm like, oh, we gotta do this and make it good and do all this and this and this, and like, yeah, I don't know. I think what might end up happening is I'll just kind of make like a video, and then maybe sometime in the future I'll try to go back and clean things up for it, but I'm not 100% sure where I'm at yet. It's kind of been like the biggest, I just feel like I'm having like, I don't want to say like a writer's block, but it's definitely been like a big like mental stump for me of like, how do I want to do this, because I don't really know how, but I do feel kind of bad like making like progress. Like, I feel like it's hard to like make progress videos and do streaming at the same time, and I don't really know like where I'm at with that, so hopefully I can kind of figure it out soon. feel like I've tried so many times to like make a series, and I always like get stuck with like how to actually make it into a good video. I don't know. I think I overthink it though. Like I think in my head, it's because everybody else in the everybody else that does RuneScape makes such good like series videos. Like for me, I'm like, dude, how the fuck am I gonna do that? Like I don't know. That's what it gets me. It just gets me. Lately, the thing I've been trying to tell myself though is like Rome wasn't built in a day. You know what I mean? So like it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I'm trying to tell myself lately. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do what you can. You know, get some videos out. Hopefully things will kind of move in that direction soon. I kind of like don't really want to put a deadline on it yet because this year's been a little bit crazy for me, but yeah, hopefully everything will get kind of figured out. And ultimately, I think this is like a long-term project for me. Like that's probably the number one thing that I sort of have kind of shifted my opinion of, is that like this is something I want to do like long time, for many months. And so I think in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really like it's not gonna make or break whatever the videos end up being like right now, because it's something I think I could do for like 2 more years. And I also would really like to get to a point where it's not just like, because I've seen some of the longer progression videos and I don't know how you guys feel, but like I kind of want to do like a weekly update video, not like oh, I spent the last 3 months and this is what I got done. That's what I would like to do. I'd like to do weekly videos. And if a stream really goes well, then I think even daily stream highlights would be really sick. Personally, I think that would be really fun, man. I also really like your idle-esque videos where you talk about game philosophy. Well, that's kind of the thing, is that I wanted to see if I could. That's my problem right now, is that I think if I was just doing a progress video, it would be easier. But I feel like there's a couple of like things I want to sort of talk about in that video. Like I think the biggest thing I want to talk about, like, and this is kind of why it's taken so long, honestly, is that, well, first off, I don't have as much time to like stream and do the videos and stuff. The biggest thing is that I also kind of want to talk about like my perspective of games and how it's changed a lot this year, and how I'm not as concerned with like min-max and like optimizing the fun out of the game. Like I'm not into that anymore, and that's not gonna be something I really want to like focus on as much, because I think that was a really good learning experience for me because of the Taskman. And yeah, it's just been so important for me as like, not just as like somebody who, you know, plays RuneScape, but just like for me as like a person and like for my growth in general. It's been like probably the biggest thing I've like kind of changed on, was like allowing myself to like have fun and like play games in a fun way again. And it's because of that, that's why I actually think I can kind of like keep doing this for a really long time, because I think that currently the plans that I kind of have for the Taskman is something that I think I can do for like pretty much forever, you know? Pretty much. Yeah, I don't really like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could do it forever. And I have like enough confidence that like, yeah, I have enough confidence that like I could do something like this where I'm like still doing the grind, but actually like talking about some other stuff, or, you know, playing a different game and stuff during those like off periods where I feel like it's something I can do, yeah, long term and stuff. I think the biggest thing is just Project Zenaris really changed a lot of my plan. Like, well, I say the biggest thing, there's a lot of big things, but I think with Project Zenaris, like, yeah, there's just a lot of stuff like that happened. I didn't know about like when RuneScape 3 leagues happened. There's a lot of weird stuff. I think that the one thing though that's always kind of stuck with me is like I really do appreciate how supportive everybody has been, both for the stream but also for like the first video. Like I watched that video and I'm like, dude, this is like so many things I could have done better, blah, blah, blah. Like I always think that in my head, right? I'm always like, oh, there's so much things I could have done better. Like I want the videos to be like really, really good and stuff, you know. It's like RuneScape content creators are like very excellent at what they do and stuff. And but like the support I got was so good that I think, like, I don't know, it's just very nice. It's very like, it's very heartwarming that people are very supportive of that, even if it's not like perfect yet. And a lot of people have said that, like, I think part of the fun of watching a series is also seeing kind of the person grow. So yeah, who knows, maybe maybe I'm just overthinking it. Okay, 813.
Who dares awaken Arcadus? Who dares the wrath of the Makers? Awake, ye servants, defend the discs. To my side, those, for the Makers.
Yeah, dude, healing this feels really nice right now. And wow. Basically, the big thing I got in the last level was a passive atonement that lets me heal my party based on the damage I do. So now it's actually really, really fun to heal in WoW because, and usually I play healer. That's kind of always been, I've always been sort of like a support. Well, at least the last couple of years, I've been very much like a support healing kind of. That's been my job generally. It's kind of fun that I can still do damage and that all that gets like translated into healing. So pretty fun. I think I'm done now. Just need to go turn in the quests, I think. Or I'll queue back up for another one, and we'll just chill, do a little bit of WoW, or not WoW. I'm getting all mixed up. Oh, I didn't turn in the quests. That's not good. Okay. Well. All right, back to RuneScape. I'll grab some water real fast, and then we'll go back. You get anything? Nope. Just some wyvern bones. All right. Plus 72. Guys, I feel like we're going to be level 70 prayer and maybe like another 100 kills or something. No, yeah, just over 100 kills will be level 70 prayer. Again, guys, that is 70 prayer entirely off picking up bones and burying them. Like, I haven't done any bone shard.
Thrall strength.
Fucking muted. I changed my microphone now, but the sad part about my microphone is that it is conveniently in such a location where I can't see the bar if it's lit up or not. Anyways, what I was saying was, what was I saying? Oh, I was saying that I'm almost level 70 prayer, very, very close now. And this is all done completely, all natural, just completely picking up bones and burying them. I have so many banked bones too, so I probably have like, I wouldn't be surprised if I have like 1 million prayer experience in the bank right now too. Struggles of a software engineer, dude. I was talking to one of my friends actually lately, who's a software engineer, or I don't know if she's like a software engineer, but she basically works at like a company like that. And I think they recently changed it so they have to like show up at the office more. But then they go to the office and like, I think they were having like some kind of like events or something, like a field day or something like that. But the problem is that like some of the work is like time sensitive, so you have people who are just like stepping out in the middle of these like group activities anyways. It's like, okay, well, why the fuck are we even here in the office, you know? People forcing all the meetings are imbeciles. I can kind of get it, because I feel like people want to have like their eyes on you, you know what I mean? But I think for me, I'm like, dude, if you guys like, I think there's so much. Here's what I think, okay? I think there is so much stuff that I could be playing RuneScape while doing, and the only reason why I don't is because people will think that I'm distracted, because they probably would not be able to play RuneScape at the same time, you know? I'm not talking about like driving a car, okay? I'm talking about like, if I have to sit here and like, you know, like for example, okay, I used to work at like a call center. Dude, if my call center let me, you know what? Maybe I was just like too young and naive and I was worried. I feel like if the call center I worked at just let me have RuneScape up the whole time, I probably would have kept working there. Honestly, I probably would have. I'm like, fuck it, dude. You know what? I gotta sit here. That's what I'll do. Luckily, I wasn't cold calling. It was basically like I worked in like an insurance company, so that's what I had to do. A lot of times, I just have to sit there and like listen to people complain, right? Which is honestly not that different from what I do here, right? I have to sit here and listen to people complain about their RNG. No, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. I think that was I think like the first year of leagues, that was like a big issue I actually had, was where I felt like a lot of people would just come in and be like, oh my god, I'm so dry. And I felt like that was the only thing anybody ever talked about, was like how dry they were. And I was like, okay, we gotta shut this down. No more RNG complaining, except for me. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm doing my best, okay, but I sometimes I will still complain. Getting backseated is like listening to chat complain. Well, okay, here's the problem. Here's like really the problem with like backseat gaming. It's not that backseat gaming is a problem. The problem is that people are idiots, okay? That's the big problem, right? The thing is, you will ask a question like, hey, how do I do this thing? And then you'll have two people give you contradicting answers. And now it's like, okay, well, fuck. Now I guess I'm just gonna look it up, because like, what? I don't know who's right or who's wrong. You know what I mean? If I did, then why would I ask them, right? And then the problem is, whoever person is wrong, or if you feel like, okay, well, I'm not gonna like take I'm not gonna take like people's advice because I'm getting two different answers. People are like, okay, yeah, but I know what's up. That guy's an idiot. It's like, okay, well, he probably thinks you're an idiot, right? It's like, and the worst part is sometimes you guys are both. That's the worst situation. So yeah, I think that's kind of the problem. Is it's not that backseat gaming is actually like an issue. I actually have kind of noticed this. I think the problem is that like sometimes you get two contradictory answers, and then it's like, okay, well, now I'm kind of fucked. Like, what do I do here, right? Like, do I take the advice and stuff like that? And it's kind of like, you know, I think the fix is like, don't say anything unless you're absolutely positive. But then that's also stupid too, because then it's like, okay, well, like sometimes you're just gonna be wrong. It just sometimes you're just wrong, right? It happens. And I just think that like, what a lot of people like don't understand maybe, and this is something that I've been kind of like more aware of, is that like everybody is trying to help, right? Everybody is trying to help, but it's really hard to like filter out like the good information from the bad information sometimes, right? So like, let's say somebody's like telling me like how to kill this boss, right? They might, I'm gonna assume, you know, 99% of the time they are genuinely trying to help me, and I appreciate them, you know, offering advice and stuff. But the kind of like the issue is that I actually have no idea what their experience is, right? You know, and if they offer me a piece of advice and I say like, oh, that's like, I appreciate it, but like, I don't want your, I'm not going to take your advice. It comes off as like very like derogatory. I think some people will take that, and I've done the same. I've been the same way sometimes, right? Like, you know, sometimes, you know, I feel like I want to give a piece of advice to something, and they're like, oh yeah, like I don't like need your advice, right? And I'm like, okay, but you have to listen to me, okay? I'm a fucking expert at this game, right? And it's like, okay, that's great, but that person has like this has happened to me a couple times where like a first time chatter will come in and they'll start offering me advice, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, I've already killed this boss like 2,000 times. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to like look you up to see if that's real or not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want people to like send me their resumes to offer advice, you know? I feel like that dungeon went really quick. I feel like I just blasted through that. Anyways, point of the story is, if you don't know what you're talking about, just don't say anything. And if you do know what you're talking about, tell everybody else that they're stupid. Pretty much, that's all you need to really do. think sandbox MMOs are the best MMO model. I don't really know because I don't feel like I play that much sandbox MMOs. Like I've really only played RuneScape, so it's kind of hard for me to say. Now, personally, I think RuneScape is terrible. It's completely ruined the genre of MMOs because RuneScape is like so good and it's so like long lasting that like no other company can just make like a RuneScape clone. You know what I mean? I really do. Like, I feel like that's kind of the problem is like everybody made a clone of WoW and all of their MMOs suck, right? But like nobody's been making clones of like old school RuneScape. I'm not, again, I hope you guys understand that I'm joking here. I'm not actually saying that I want people to copy old school RuneScape and destroy. I'm saying that like I think that the old school RuneScape like genre would be like super popular, and I don't really know why. I think it's just because old school RuneScape is so good, and it's like any attempt at copying it would just feel too identical. So I don't really have like a huge, I don't know. I don't really know that much about sandbox MMOs. I've only played this and Albion. Personally, I think that a sandbox MMO is good. Because I think a lot of different people can engage with it in a lot of different ways. And I think that's what I really like about old school RuneScape. And it's also why I really like I know it sounds kind of silly, but I really like doing these very random, very obnoxious, kind of out of the way, almost, nonsensical tasks. I say that with a bit of a caveat because obviously I'm still getting I'm getting a lot done with this task, but it's probably not like the most, efficient use of like 20 hours if I was going like full min max. I like doing the task because I think that like somebody might watch something, even if it's not this, right? But maybe it's like watching me do solo Temporos or doing Guardians of the Rift, right? And they could be like, that's actually pretty cool. Like, I kind of want to try that out, right? And when you play a game like WoW, there's really only one way to play WoW. I mean, I don't know if that's like a controversial take, but there's only one way of playing WoW, right? For the most part, right? Like, obviously you can like role play and stuff, but like that's a little bit different. I would say that's like more of a social side. But like if you wanted to log into RuneScape and do like, I mean, how many people like grew up and we just did like wood cutting, right, all day, right? I've done that for like months at a time. I just did forestry, and same thing with like I think that like if you want to hop into WoW and you just want to do Temporos all the way to 99, like there is nothing wrong with that at all. And you're not really like losing that much by not doing that. You know what I mean? Like there are upgrades you can get to make going to 99, like doing Temporos easier, right? Or like just straight up spamming Wintertodt all the way. But it's not really that big of a deal, right? It's not like you need to be like level 90 in all your skills to start, progressing. It's kind of like it's like a bunch of different like sandcastles that you're all kind of building together, and you can build the sandcastles however you want. And I think it's a perfectly like fine and reasonable way to like play the game. And there's been a lot of people who have told me things like, hey, I played RuneScape for a really long time. I really love the game. I've never killed a boss and I never plan on it. And I think that's fine. Like, I really do. I think that's fine. Now, I like PvM, and I encourage people to get into PvM. I feel really good when people try out boss. Like, a lot of people have said that they've, like, tried out PvM, because of some of the stuff, especially during leagues, right? Because, the bar to entry is so much lower. But, yeah, I think that, I kind of like seeing people play the game in a different way. And I like seeing people find something that grasps them and then just like commit a lot of hours to it, because that's like one thing that old school RuneScape does really well is if you like something and you enjoy doing it, you can spend a pretty ungodly amount of hours on it, like you're not going to run out of that to do with very little, like, yeah, it was so little exception. I don't even know if I can think of something where like you'll do it, and there's like a run out of reason to do it. You know? I personally think that if RuneScape continues to like grow, I legitimately think it's going to be like a very good, I know it sounds dumb, but I think it's going to be like a very good like retirement home game. I don't know, man, maybe I'm tripping, but I feel like it would be fun, you know what I mean? I don't know, I think it would be kind of like something fun to do, you know? Because mechanically the game is incredibly low compared to most games, right? And actually like World of Warcraft recently had to put out a, they've been making changes to make it so that, you know, people who might not have like I call it like hand difference or like hand diff, right? In League, that's what people call it. Like you get hand diff because people just have better hands than you. They just know how to like work the mouse and keyboard and like hit their abilities faster, right? But like, man, if you tried to teach like somebody new to the game, if you tried to teach them like a freaking retail rotation, like a lot of people, it's not just that they would have trouble learning it. Like some people would genuinely just not have like the hand dexterity to do so, and it would take them a lot of time to develop that because they didn't grow up, you know, playing video games, and it's kind of foreign to them. And it actually is gonna, you know, like when you're a kid, you can kind of destroy your hands for, you know, hours and hours and hours. But like if you're an adult and you don't have like, you know, a good like, you haven't learned like how to hold a mouse properly and like not, you know, break your wrists or stuff, or if, let's say you have an old mouse that is like hard to click and stuff, and you're like jamming it, you know, getting a little bit of RSI, RuneScape injury, you know, like you're gonna destroy your wrists. And I mean, obviously, yeah, like I'm saying, RuneScape has that too, but I think compared to most other like big MMOs and games, the mechanical entry is very, very simple, and you can play it on mobile too, which I think is pretty huge. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be fun. I honestly think that like I think if I was introducing, like I was thinking, like if I was introducing my mom to this game, like what would I have her do? And I honestly think I would just have her like, I would just have her level Wintertod to 99 and just see how much she enjoys it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's almost like a game in itself. It could be like a game in itself. I'm not saying like, I know some of you guys are like, there's no way you're forcing a new player to sit and do Wintertod all day, but it's like, you know, for new people, they kind of need a smaller scope, right? They don't need 100 and, you know, 120 different things to do, right? It's like the that's why like some restaurants, for example, they do really well with like a very, very small menu. In-N-Out is a great example of this, actually, where one of the biggest strengths that they have is they literally have like 3 things on their menu, and that's it. And it's just super easy to order. There's not like this huge ass menu of different things. They just got, it's like a hamburger, cheeseburger, and a double. That's that's it. You get to pick. I recently was teaching my friend League, and I just didn't understand how difficult it was to get into. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm the same way, where like there's so much stuff that like I didn't even learn about League for like till like 2 years ago, and that's somebody who like I've been playing League basically my whole life, and I probably have like, I'm not joking, I probably have more hours watched of like competitive League of Legends than like I think almost anybody I know. I think outside of like people whose job it is to do it, I have like an insane amount of hours, because like that's just my favorite. I just really, really enjoy watching competitive League. I think it's super, super sick, and like I really, really enjoy it. And I think there's so much cool stuff. And I was on kind of degenerate hours for a really long time, so I'd watch pretty much every single game in the middle of the night, because like nobody would be streaming in the middle of the night, so I would just watch League games. But yeah, going back and actually realizing how like, it's not like how low people's understanding of it is, but just how much there is to grasp about a lot of these games. Like RuneScape has that too, but it's a lot more like isolated, if that makes sense. And there's no like win condition. And I think that's actually kind of important for RuneScape, is that because there's no win condition, there's also not really like a lose condition either, right? And the only real like win condition or that like feeling is like progressing forward, and you're never really progressing backwards. And I think that feels really good, you know. It's very easy to like scale up your achievements relative to where you're at, you know. Like for some people, for example, I genuinely think that like some people getting like the fire cape would be awesome for them, right? And the only reason why I think some people might not understand that is because I think there's like a big how can I say this? I think a lot of people like to downplay the difficulty of certain things, right? People like to downplay difficulty because they think that it like makes, I don't really know why. I'm not really sure why, but like some people will say, for example, like, oh, actually Inferno is like super easy. Inferno is pretty hard. Like Inferno is really tough. It's tough. It's a mentally draining as hell. You need to have an insane amount of investment for it, right? Same thing with a lot of other bosses too. Like I've heard people say now that like Desert Treasure 2 bosses are a joke and they're really easy. And it's like, I don't know if these people are just kind of clueless because they've been playing for so long and they're just like, you know, after you kill a boss, you know, 500 times, it probably will feel pretty easy, right? But like, dude, I remember the first time I did Zulrah, I was getting messed up, you know, like it was very hard for me. Like, and I was not like, I felt like I was like a pretty decent gamer. I don't know. I'm not like a complete freaking noob, I guess. I think recently I saw a pretty interesting discussion about like boss guides, and it was like, I hate when like a boss guide will tell you like what gear to bring, or like they just want to see the mechanics, right? And I can understand that, but also like if you're like a new player and like you're interested in doing a boss, a lot of times you might not even know where the fuck it is, right? Like, you know what I mean? I think the problem with old school RuneScape is like we have a very good wiki, but people who use it might not realize that that's not an ordinary thing. Most games you aren't playing with the wiki like permanently up on your second monitor, looking things up every 2 minutes. That's just not a very like common experience. And a lot of games you're not watching, 15-minute guides on how to kill a boss. That's, to me, I think that's a little bit more unusual. OSRS is the best wiki and it's never been close. Right, and that guy's gone. Worth it for the ore, I guess. I respect it. Do I have grip yet? When do I get grip? 84? Yeah, right. Big part about why I love League so much, but even those have got heavy guides. I mean, listen, I'm a little guilty here, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely a little bit guilty there. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I definitely agree that like I think it's for me, I just think it's good to know that like there's different levels of engagement where like I think people shouldn't be expected to have that. Like people they shouldn't be expected to be looking up like all the information. But also like some people do like and appreciate that, you know what I mean? Like, I know for me personally, when I first played an Iron Man, I liked having the guide because it did help me sort of just know, like, okay, where are my steps, right? Let me just go get the steps done. Let me kind of enjoy the game from that perspective. I didn't like feeling like I was, you know, Googling everything, because the game is not very like intuitive in that sense, you know. It is really hard when it's like, oh, you need this random item that they don't tell you it's over here and over here. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things like that are just very unintuitive. And like, I mean, again, can you guys imagine like trying to train crafting as an Iron Man if you don't know how? It would probably be the most miserable thing ever, right? Like, I feel like I don't know, dude. I would lose my mind, you know? Or even some things of like, how do you get gold in leagues or something like that? You know, like that can feel bad. One of the reasons why I like talking about relics specifically is because relics are a hard decision. When I say hard decision, I mean like it's locked, right? You can't go back and change it. And I think that for me, that's probably the most important thing that I try to make people aware of is that like, I'm not gonna, I always want to be like I don't want to tell people like what the correct relic is or what they should pick, but more so like just be aware of like what it does, kind of like how it might feel to play based on experience, and give people that information instead of like, this one is just the best because the guy who got rank 1 is using it. Because the guy who got rank 1 is like, they're kind of the worst people that you should like. I mean, again, I say this with much love and respect for them, but I don't think you should listen to like what rank 1 players are doing if you're not going for rank 1, right? Because it's like, why would you do that? Your goals are so different, right? It doesn't really make sense. Or another good example of that is like when, I mean, people would always shit on Kandarin for having like the least amount of like points, right? And I'm like, why? Like, are you guys completing 100% of the points in your region? There's no, like, really? That like, I'm not saying Kandarin's good. I'm just saying like, that seems like a very silly thing that you heard from your streamer of choice. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you listen to a streamer who plans on completing every single task, and that's their complaint. But like, if you're actually completing every single task and that's what's causing you a restriction, then like, that's kind of crazy, you know? Like, when I did Mauritania, for example, there was like thousands of points that I would get from like combat achievements. I was like, bro, I'm never doing that shit, you know? Like, I'm never gonna do that. And yeah, I don't know. Just weird. Yeah, or like different champions in League are strong at different elos, right? Like, some champions just aren't very fun to play. Like, you might watch the pros play a very good character. It turns out it's actually really, really bad because the only reason why it works is because you need everybody on your team to do nothing for 30 minutes, right? Like, you guys ever watched a game of like Tovi playing Smolder? Literally, he just sits and farms for like 25 minutes. He just shows up and starts pentakilling everybody. And it's like, you can't, all right, that's not going to work for you in solo. You're not good enough, and you don't have your team that is legitimately funneling your entire, like, yeah, you're not like funneling your entire like setup. Even beyond that, you need to play differently in different elos. Yeah, exactly. Right? Like, you can't, the thing is, like, you can't just take what you know and apply it to every single, like, you can't just expect everybody to be like at that level, right? You can legit just play for fun. I kind of agree. I feel like I'm not having like a super nuanced discussion. I do actually think that I think you could actually get away with playing these like really late game, like just scale infinitely characters, because at least in like, I would say like, I haven't played Low Elo League in like kind of a while, so I don't really like know. I'm not going to pretend to be like an expert on it or like give some crazy advice, but I assume that you can win a lot of games because nobody knows how to close games. Everybody's just messing around playing team deathmatch. So you'll get these like really, really long games where eventually like you'll scale in somehow, right? I think one time in World of Warcraft, actually, I was raid leading for my guild, right? And we had like somebody come in as like just to help us out and stuff, and they were giving their advice on how their guild does it. But the problem is that we had 2 healers for 10 people, and they brought 6 healers for 20 people. So they were significantly over healing it, and basically because they were over healing it by so much, there was no real like requirement to deal with like, basically it was a lot easier for them. They could just kind of live. As long as they lived, everything was basically fine, and it was a lot easier to live. And I feel like that's one of those things where like sometimes you might not notice that there's like different things happening based on the level of people that you're playing with, and that might kind of mess you up for having different assumptions about how you think that like a certain strategy is going to go, for example. Scalers are very good at low elo. Yeah, I would agree. I think scalers are like very, very good, but like I think like a good example of this, for example, is like, I used to think that like split pushing was pretty bad, and it's like kind of like I don't want to say like a bad strategy, but like it's a very like inefficient strategy, and you're probably better off just kind of grouping up. But I've kind of realized lately when I've been playing in like low emerald, high platinum games, and I've kind of found that in general, like people just don't know how to deal with it at all. And a lot of times, if you just split push, like the enemy just ends up making some really, really bizarre mistakes. And there's not really much reason for you to come and help sometimes. But like, and you'll look like sometimes you will look like an idiot. You will just look like an idiot, and that's okay. You know, it happens. You make a mistake or you do something that's like very, very dumb. But in a lot of games, I swear to God, I get away with, I wasn't even wearing my shield. I gotta be careful here. I get away with just split pushing because the enemy team just doesn't know what to do, and they just start making all sorts of like just weird things. My split pushing experience is getting collapsed on while my teammates dick around in the jungle. Yeah, I had that problem too. One thing that I kind of learned is that if you want to be like, the big thing that I learned about split pushing is that you really want to try to like, it's gonna feel like you're griefing, kind of. Like I felt like I was griefing when I would do this, but I would like ping dragon. Like let's say I would ping dragon, for example, which is on the bot side of the map. I would just ping it like 6 or 7 times. I'd be like, it's up in 20 seconds. Go, 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 go. And then I would just run top instantly. You know what I mean? But it's like I would tell my team where I want us to go, and then I would go the other way. And I think that's kind of what worked for me a lot, was because I agree with you. A lot of times they would kind of do nothing, but I would kind of make them go do something and then do the opposite instead. And it was kind of cool. You need to be aware of when your team. Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing is that if you're gonna split push, the whole point of split pushing is that somebody else is pushing. You're like, that's what makes a split push is they're actually doing something on the other side of the map. You know what I mean? But like, if you're the only person pushing, they're just gonna kill you right away, right? A big thing I learned from one of my friends who plays top lane and watching their games, and actually I think they learned this from like basically like the coaching stuff, was that like whenever you're like, if you're playing top lane or if you're playing any split push character, you always want to be splitting opposite the objective. That was like, for me, that was such a huge like, and it feels so obvious now that I think about it, but like if Dragon is up, which is the bot side, you go top. If Baron is up, you go bot. You're always away because you want to be as far away from the objectives as possible, because if they show up, then your team should get the objective. At least in theory, you know, in theory. A lot of people default to my team is this instead of thinking about what they should be doing. Well, I think it goes a little bit deeper than that, where I think a lot of people will do what they think is right without ever communicating that to their team, you know? Like I play bot lane, right? It's a duo role. You got bot lane and support. And a big thing for me was like, sometimes I'll just ask my support like, hey, how do you want to play this lane? Like, do you want to go aggressive or do we want to play safe? And I think just a little question like that can go such a long way just to like get you guys at least somewhat on the same page. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still gonna happen. Like I've had this happen before. You ask your support, you want to play safe or you want to go aggro? And they're like, I think we should play safe. And then level 2, they flash, try to all in, and I'm like, oh, we just discussed this. You know, it'll happen, but I think in general it's nice. It's just a nice way to like sort of just ask like, oh yeah, what's going on? Like I think a lot of people just kind of want to like assume that the other person knows what they're doing. What level are you in WoW? I'm 40 right now, just at 40, so I think I can go get like next riding or something like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I don't know if I can fly yet or what, but oh, I haven't even been showing WoW this whole time. Damn, I kind of forgot to swap back here. I thought we were done with it. You want to level? I'm freaking probably gonna. I think I have like one more dungeon in me, and I am completely freaking like about to go take a nap. I feel like I've just not been getting enough rest lately, and I need to like sleep soon or something. I'm like barely.
Hey, how you doing?
I don't want to say I'm like barely hanging on. That sounds bad, but I feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions right now because. Very least healing for me is like really intuitive, and like I've just done it for so long that I don't have to think about it that much. And obviously, you know, wyverns not really not too much that I need to do here. I'm almost out of blood runes, actually, only 100 more, so yeah, we might actually be a little bit cooked soon. Gonna hop off, man. Really enjoy the stream. No problem, Fable. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks again for the Prime. Appreciate it, man. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you around soon. I'm definitely like trying to stream a lot more this year and then kind of get into that like routine and stuff. Yeah, otherwise, hopefully some videos soon. Cross realm up or no? I have no idea. I really don't know anything. I'm kind of clueless right now about the state of WoW. I'm just literally leveling. I don't have any information. I don't know when the raids open. I'm kind of just being a noob. Complete and utter noob. I feel like I can do one more dungeon. Maybe. Kind of running out of runes here. Maybe we'll just 840. I could do 10 more. I can do 10 more. Let's get to 850. I'm down. I have a couple of like chaos and death runes I can use as well, so.
And in my gut, I don't think it's going to really turn out in the future. That whole thing about following your dreams really proved to me that this is all that really matters to you. Which is fine. I just don't want to drag you on.
Wait, how do I toggle the UI? I don't even know where this screenshot toggle. Oh, it's just Alt Z. Why isn't Alt Z working? One thing I hate about League is everyone gets sucked to the ranked rabbit hole. I mean, I can understand why. I think it's fun to have like a bit of like competition to like track your kind of like progress and stuff. I do think a lot more people would enjoy playing what's it called? Swift play. That I think is a lot of fun. They introduced like a new mode called Swift play, which is kind of like, I think it's supposed to basically be like the new normals. And the thing that I really liked about it personally was that it feels like no matter what happens, you get a lot of like free gold. So even if you do poorly in lane, you still get a chance to like be relevant, because like the current state of League is it is like a pretty, like, it just is a very snowbally game. I think kind of by design, it kind of has to be. And the fun thing about getting like a lot of passive gold is that like even if you do really poorly, you still have like that moment where you get to like be a hero basically, and I think that's kind of fun. You get your one moment to do something cool. I don't like competition among friends. Yeah, I mean I've been guilty about that. I've been really trying to get better at it recently, where I'm trying to be more like helpful and supportive instead, you know? I think for me the hard part though is like trying to draw the line between like offering feedback and like telling people how to play the game, you know what I mean? I think in general, the big thing is like, I think sometimes people will focus too much on like small, like inconsequential errors that people make, and they think that they're helping because they're fixing small things. But I feel like if you're somebody new to the game, you don't really need somebody to like sit there and like point out tiny mistakes that you're making that just don't really matter. Like, I think it's more important to focus on like big goals, or like very like big concepts that people can kind of hold on to and like grow from. But instead, I think a lot of people just kind of point out like, oh, like you messed like this tiny thing up, and it's like, okay, well, like why are we even talking about this? Like, it's such a waste of time for you to point this out. But it's also really easy to point out those mistakes too, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the thing. I think creating like rules or like sort of like guidelines for people to sort of follow is better than be like, okay, just don't do this anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I think I was trying to help a friend like learn how to like roam as a support more because they weren't very good at that, right? And all I basically told them was, okay, after we crash the wave, just go mid. Like, go mid, go roam. And by the time I'm back to lane, try to meet up with me, you know? If I'm helping a friend VOD review who's Emerald plateauing, yeah, that stuff can be really good, but I think that like if you're teaching somebody who is like silver, like they're losing, like they're losing for a very different reason, okay? That's like, it's not because they didn't like auto attack cancel into like an ability. Like, and you can point that stuff out, but it does get a little bit overwhelming when people point out like more small, like niche things, you know? Like for me, for example, like sometimes I will watch somebody who's new to the game, right? And I'm like, okay, the reason why you're losing is because you don't press your ult. You're just not using it, right? It's like imagine you're watching somebody like PK and they never use their spec bar, right? And you're like, okay, well, you're going to be severely limited with your options if you never ever spec, right? Like, it's just very, very hard to win, you know? And like, okay, let's start focusing on that. Let's just use your ult more. And they'll probably have some answer like, oh, I don't want to waste it. And it's like, okay, well, you're literally going the entire game using it 3 times. That's the problem. Like, we gotta figure that out. Annoying thing about LoL is that the optimal thing is to only play a few champions for a few hundred games. Yeah, I mean, kind of. I think like it's hard for me because I like that, because I think that the game is so interesting that like I think it's fun to learn the game from one perspective. I think the important thing is to try out a bunch of characters till you find something that like sticks with you. Personally, I think that's like the #1 thing you can do is like find something that sticks with you and then put in like a couple hundred games on them. I wouldn't say a couple hundred. I would say like probably like somewhere between 50 to 100 games on one champion and then play another one. Somewhere around that. And I think the reason why I personally like that idea is because when you're trying to learn League, like when you're actually trying to learn it, and it's true for any game though, right? When you're trying to learn something, you don't want to feel like the problem is that you're not like you want to be able to move your own character. Like you want to be able to do your own stuff and things like that, right? It's the same thing in like RuneScape, right? Like if somebody's learning something for the first time, like what do? You like take down gear swaps, you take down prayer, just teach them how to move and teach them how to live first, right? And then after that, you can start kind of figuring out the rest of it. One of my favorite things to teach is just mindset of like committing to plays off of level breakpoints. Yeah, like things like that. Like, okay, I want to be doing like this, and at like this level, or maybe like at 2 items, I want to start like looking for a team fight. Like something like that can really, really help somebody. Personally, I think I've had a lot of friends play jungle lately, and I've had to really like try to think about like how can I teach this, and the biggest thing I just tell them is like, you know, just a lot of them will just kind of run around chasing the fight. Oh, dude, freaking purple dagger, kind of cool. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people will go and like they'll see action on the map. Wait, I should have gotten that, huh? Isn't that like good? Blade of Eternal Darkness. Huh. Why did this guy roll for it? Fucking shaman? All right. Wait, why is that thing so rare? Is it actually rare? I didn't know that. I had no idea. a classic WoW because community needing on shit like that. It's true for like every online game. I don't even think it's like a WoW. I think everybody likes to say like, oh, this community's so toxic, this community's so toxic. Like, dude, I've seen some of the shit people do in fucking RuneScape. Okay, there's like 2 pieces of content that you need a group for, and people are terrible there. You know. I think it's just forced. Like, in my opinion, I just think forced group content, because it's anonymous, it just kind of always tends to breed toxicity. That's just kind of how it goes. I sort of expect that. Not saying it's good. I'm not saying I defend it. But yeah, it is a big part of all these kind of like online games. Haven't reached endgame. Yeah, even if you go to like Barbarian Assault or something, like, dude, sometimes people are fucking crazy over there. It is nuts. Like, and a lot of times people like get so mad at you, and it's like, you didn't even like do anything. It's like, wait, I didn't even do anything that wrong. It's like not a big deal, you know? It's a 1 to 2% drop rate. Yeah, I mean, it'll be easy for me to farm it out if I wanted to later. I'm not really big on like yeah, I'm not like a huge collector in WoW, because I think the game doesn't, which is weird because I'm playing RuneScape like that. But guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to feel like I'm starting to get kind of beat by this grind. 850. We're gonna get that done today, and then I don't know, man. We might I think we're gonna have to call it at 850, and then just, you know, take it from there. Maybe I'll send some more tonight. I think I want to get like a lot of rest though, because I'm like actually so exhausted. I haven't really been sleeping very much, so I want to make sure that I'm like getting enough rest. I don't freaking pass out trying to wake up tomorrow. I do really want to go and do like Varlamar stuff tomorrow, though. I might probably just not even like log in onto this character, because I'm starting to get a little bit worried that if I keep doing these and like focusing less and less on the game, I'm a little bit worried that I might run into a situation where I like actually just completely mess up and die, and I don't want to do that, because that's ultimately, I think that would be bad, right? It's like, especially to die to something like this, where it's like, it's just completely AFK, and I just have to like, you know, give it 2 seconds of attention. I'm completely out. I don't even know if I'll have enough runes to finish this. It's so sad. I might actually run out. I mean, I have more runes, but probably just switch back to range. Best way to avoid a silly death is being well rested. Yeah, exactly. And I think sometimes, for me, it's not even that, like, I just feel like I don't like playing when I'm really like getting kind of drowsy, because then it feels like I'm fighting that like urge to keep like checking in to make sure everything is okay, right? And I kind of like can't really relax my like brain almost, because I'm always like focused on like, okay, am I still alive? Am I still good? You know, it's like I need to just turn that off, log out, not think about it. Especially when I'm playing games like this. Like, I probably died so many times in WoW, it honestly feels kind of good just being able to like run in, pull 800 mobs, you know, no care for the world. You get to outplay, try to see how much you can do. especially as healer. Like that's okay. This is like one thing I really like about hardcore like WoW when I played it was that I feel like in a lot of the times there's a lot of options of what you can do to outplay. Whereas like in old school RuneScape, usually it's just it's like a lapse of focus, or you have to you instantly teleport out. It's just a reaction test of like you just teleport out. It's like this one thing went wrong and you're about to die. But I feel like in WoW you run into like these kind of like tricky situations a lot more, where it's like you can actually like do something cool to outplay it. Oh, this guy, nice. Okay, see, are we at 847? This is 848. I think tomorrow I'll probably go for 1,000. I feel like my leveling is so slow. Am I just trash at leveling or what's happening? $17-minute queues. That is true. And to be fair, everybody who's like actually, I'd say that I'm probably overwhelmingly playing with people who are a bit more new, because if you are somebody who is like actually, you know, dedicated to this game, to WoW right now, you're probably already max level. Good though, it's all good. I'm just gonna keep it up, guys. I think I have till next week to hit max. I'm telling you, it's like a race right now. I either get max in RuneScape, or sorry, not max in RuneScape. That's not happening anytime soon. Max in WoW, or I get my drop. I really don't know which one's gonna happen first. While playing Bronze Man, when I get an item, I don't feel bad about trading it for another drop. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's pretty fair, and I think that's like a good way, good balance of playing. I got 44 more Chaos Runes. Hopefully we can get one more kill, or else this will be so sad. This guy's big. Guys, we have like 19 more Chaos Runes. Hopefully we can get it here. Guys, this is our last bit of Chaos Runes, and I have to go switch back to range. I mean, well, I have more. Okay, I have more in the bank, but I'm not going to be... Mainly, I want to even know if I can kill this guy, or if I'm going to run out before, you know... I think we're fine. 10 more casts. Oh my god, what am I gonna do, guys? I actually don't think I have it. I think I'm missing too much. Dude, no way. I'm not even gonna be able to. What do I have to do? Like, bash him or something with the staff? Well, this is grim. Okay, here we go. Ready? Big hit here. Okay, one more. Yep. Last one. Come on. Give me one more hit. Bonk. Oh my god, we didn't get it, dude. It's cooked. I don't know, dude. I'm freaking cooked today. Guys, listen, I appreciate it. I'm gonna be finishing up this last boss here. I'm gonna go grab my full range set. I'll probably go do a bit more kills this evening, and then hopefully I'll be back in tomorrow at like, so I want to say like tomorrow at 4 a.m. So that's, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's like 12, 13, 14, like 15 hours from now. I'm gonna try to be live, guys. I think the first thing we're doing tomorrow morning is I want to go send the sand crab boss on like my level 20 character. So I think that's probably what I'm gonna do first, and then we might do the fletching mini game. Might mess around a little bit. And I don't know, maybe go send Mocha. Mocha sounds kind of cool. I'd be kind of down to do that. I'm probably gonna do it blind, not looking at anything. So that's that. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. GG's. 850 skeletal wyverns down. We still got a lot more to go. Maybe one more to go. You know, who knows at this point. So that's it for me, guys. Have a good one. I am out of here for today. See you guys later. Bye.